Opening segment, Evolution comes out. Triple H says it isn't over with the Shield yet. It's not over by a long shot. He's got a plan. Batista says, no, you didn't give me what I promised. You didn't give me a shot at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and I demand one right now. Triple H goes, we can't give it to you right now, even if I wanted to, because Daniel Bryan is out with an injury, so I can't give you that right now. So no one's getting anything. And then Randy Orton stayed silent throughout the entire thing. So Batista goes in response, says, okay, and I quit. Raises his hand, does a little queen wave. It was freaking hilarious. I love that. And walks out, and that's it. He was shown on the app countless times. They replayed that. They replayed the opening segment like 5 times, and it got to the point where it was like almost unbearable to watch because they replayed it so many times throughout the show. But I thought it was a good segment. Batista, a lot of people figured he would be leaving anyway. And it was confusing because some people were thinking, okay, maybe he's going to be sticking around because he's been advertised for an NXT show, I think on the 10th or the 11th or whatever else next week. So people are figuring, okay, he's going to be sticking around after all. And apparently not because he quit. So that's a good way of writing him off TV for now so he can go promote his movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, and he'll be back for SummerSlam, hopefully. I'm a Batista fan. I'm biased. And I'll get to that. And just keep that in mind when I go on my following rant. And the same rant that I've gone on Twitter, on this show, and Facebook, everywhere else over the last number of months. But and I'll get to that in a second. But the opening segment was good. We figured he'd be leaving anyway. I don't know. I guess he might still make that commitment to that NXT show, and then he might leave. But here's the thing with Batista's run. He came back in January, won the Rumble. A lot of people were pissed, of course. I was pissed. I was disappointed. I wouldn't say I was pissed, because a lot of people wanted Daniel Bryan to win it, myself included. And I would not at all, bottom line right here, people, bottom line, Batista's run in WWE, his current stint over the last 5 months, has not, and I repeat, not been a flop. Everything that has happened, and don't say, oh, he only won the Royal Rumble, that was it. That's kayfabe, people. We're not talking about wins and losses and all that bullshit. Look at this. Look at it this way. Batista won the Rumble, and everything after that, he put people over. He, not Randy Orton, tapped out. Wasn't even freaking pinned. He tapped out to Daniel Bryan in the main event of WrestleMania, when he very well could have said, fuck you, I'm not tapping out to Daniel Bryan. I won the Royal Rumble. That's why I came back. I wanted to win the championship. And that was probably the original plan anyway, for him to beat Orton for the championship in the main event of WrestleMania. And that's not what he got. They gave it to Daniel Bryan instead. So being the good sport that he was, and it still irks me when people say that he doesn't love the business. He loves wrestling. Go watch his documentary, his book, read his book, the interviews he does. It's pretty obvious that he is in it for the wrestling. He's not back for the money. He did come back to promote his movie a little bit. That's understandable. Rock did the same thing. And just like Rock, he loves the WWE, if not even more than The Rock does. So don't give me that bullshit that he's only here for the money. He didn't put anyone over. He put Daniel Bryan over in the main event of WrestleMania. He put over the Shield, specifically Roman Reigns, on the at Extreme Rules in their matchup there. And then he was the first one to be eliminated on Payback in their matchup at the hands of Seth Rollins. So don't give me that bullshit that he didn't put anyone over. And don't give to me that he didn't have any good matches either. Because he had a very good match at WrestleMania, the Triple Threat matchup. He had a series of good matches with Dolph Ziggler over on SmackDown. He had a good match with Sheamus a number of months ago. He had a good match with Seth Rollins, with Roman Reigns, the matches with The Shield. I can go on and on and on. Batista has been, I wouldn't say an huge success in WWE since he came back, but if you're going by wins and losses and saying, okay, he lost every match he's lost every match he's been involved in since he came back, then for Jericho, wouldn't you say that every past stint of his in the last number of years has been quote-unquote a flop? Because all Batista did was lose, or all Jericho did was lose. He lost every single matchup he was involved in for as long as he was in WWE. Chris Jericho, that is. Batista comes back. He puts people over. He put over The Shield. He put over Sheamus. He put over Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan in the main event of WrestleMania. He's put over a number of people. He's entertaining as a heel. He's a good face, but he made the most of the BS that WWE handed to him. He didn't get what he was promised. In the app video after Raw, or during Raw, that aired on the WWE app, he was saying that he didn't get what he was promised, and a part of that was legitimate because Batista was not given what he was promised, because when he initially signed the deal to come back to the WWE, more than likely he was granted a spot to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. They're saying, okay, you're going to come back, you're going to win the Rumble, the people are going to love you, and you're going to win the WWE World Heavyweight title from Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Shit happened, plans changed. Bryan was the new favorite, so people booed him. He ran with it. He made a great heel. He had great matches. And his success, his most recent WWE run has been a success in my opinion. And he will be back. It's not over. Apparently, from when he first came back, it was rumored that he's signed a contract for the next 2 years. So he will be back for SummerSlam, hopefully. And whether he comes back as a face or a heel doesn't really matter. He's out of Evolution for right now. But I loved him in Evolution, loved him on his own. He even did good work before WrestleMania. So don't give me that BS that his run in the WWE has been a flop since he came back. So that's my rant on Batista quitting.